You could at least show the spines, Esmay, so they can see which books you're talking about. Bluer than this, you can't get. I'm wearing blue, very lakey. I'm already getting giddy. Hello lovely bookworms, I'm Esmay from Paradise of Pages on Instagram and also on Twitter, and welcome to a new video. Today is the last video of the year. Today I am filming my BeSureAthon TBR and I am very sure that I am done with 2021. Sorry, I had to get some kind of pun in there. But as some of you may know, if you don't, I'm here to tell you, I am the host for BeSureAthon, or co-host. I am the host of Team Lake. And so of course I'm joining Team Lake. First and foremost, thank you so much, Sasha, for asking me to be a host for this readathon. I cannot thank you enough. I am so excited to be reading. I'm already getting giddy. Whew. So as you know, or if you don't know, the BeSureAthon is all about the Wayward Children series by Shannon Maguire. The 7th book, Where the Drowned Girls Go, is coming out in January, which I have pre-ordered. Very excited for it. I have read all of the other ones in this series, and it is only high time that Sasha is doing a readathon for this, considering she loves this so much. She's loved it for so long, and I am so excited. I'm wearing blue, very lakey. We're wearing blue for Team Lake because Team Lake for the win. And yeah, let's just get into it. I will move to my left so I can show you the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful board, or well, prompt board, I think that's what I want to call it. Sasha's made for this, and I am so excited. So I will show you the board and then we'll move on to the prompts that I am going to be picking. How incredibly beautiful is this? If you, by the way, want to join this readathon, do join Team Lake. If not, there are some other amazing teams and other amazing hosts, and otherwise you can also always just go for the general team and you can basically pick a prompt from every single team. So that's also really nice. I have 5 prompts. We're going from the left to the right. No, the right to the left. Very bad. So we are going west. Yes, we're going west. I keep mixing it up and I am very excited. So I'm gonna sit in the middle again, and the first prompt that I'm gonna choose should not be a surprise to you, and that is fantasy. I am a fantasy reader at heart. This is something I read often, and I think all of the books that are on this TBR are fantasy. But the book I've chosen for this is one that I have to read this month, or well, I don't have to, but I want to. So with Ashley, we've actually decided, she asked a lot of people like, hey, can you give me your favorites? So I'm reading your favorites, and I thought, you know what, I'm also reading your favorites, and one of them is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This was on my TBR for December, and I have actually put it off because I want to read it in January for this challenge. I am so excited to be getting into this. This is a retelling of a Romeo and Juliet set in 1926 Shanghai, and I am so excited for this. Other than that, don't know too much. I've heard amazing things, and from the people that I have similar reading tastes to, they've all loved this book. I know for a fact that one of my friends, Jane, didn't like it at all, but considering we are almost polar opposites when it comes to fantasy, I'm not too worried. I am super excited for this and I hope I will love it so much. Moving on, we are going to recently bought, and the book that I've bought most recently, and the book I can immediately read because I've also bought a couple of sequels that I can't read yet because I haven't read the first book yet. I'm going to be reading Vespertine. This is by Margaret Rogerson, who's also written The Enchantment of Ravens and Sorcery of Thorns, that's what it's called. And this, I'm not sure if this is a standalone, by the way, I have no clue, it's not that big. And fun fact, this is also one of Ashley's favorites. So I'm reading 2 of her favorites, or at least attempting to read 2 of her favorites in January. This book is absolutely beautiful, guys. It's like so shiny and glittery and beautiful, and I'm so excited to read it. So this is about a girl who's training to become a Grey Sister, and Grey Sisters tend to basically what they do is they take care of the dead, and they make sure that they pass on gently into the next life so they don't come back to haunt people. haunt people. And other than that, I don't know too much. I like going into books not knowing too much. And yeah, that is book number 2, my most recent bought book. So moving on, the next one I am choosing is Blue, and for this one I have to say that I'm not sure I cheated completely, but I cheated a little bit. So I've got this a beautiful book for Christmas, and I really want to read it as soon as possible, so I'm putting it on my TBR, and that is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. I think this is blue, at least in my book, but bluer than this you can't get, so I think this would fit for a blue prompt. So basically this book is about a girl who is a prison healer. So she is set in, I think, one of the most dangerous prisons in this world, and she has to make sure that the prisoners stay healthy, or at least healthy enough to stay alive. So one of the prisoners in this prison is a queen, and this queen is supposed to go through some type of trial, and basically our main character, who is, I have no idea what she called, Kiva, oh I love that name, Kiva actually has to make sure that the queen stays alive, and in order for this queen to go through this trial. And then she receives a note from her family saying, make sure the queen stays alive, we are coming. And so in order to keep the queen alive, Kiva actually volunteers for this trial. Only big problem, no one's ever survived the trials. So I'm super excited. I feel like this is going to be one of those adventure kind of pumpy, very exciting books, and I've heard amazing things. I also own the sequel, which is somewhere here, but I am so excited to get into this. This is one of those books that I've been eyeing for a long time, and I've gotten it for Christmas, and now it is time to read it. I am obsessed with it, so that is my blue book. I think it is no secret that I'm a mood reader, so I think it shouldn't be a surprise that I'm choosing mood read for the next one. This is the second to final prompt that I have to fill, and I'm filling this with another book I've gotten for Christmas. This is a book that I've really saved reading on until I got the book, and I got it for Christmas. So I'm reading The Last Legacy by Adrienne Young. It is no secret, once again, that I love this writer. I've read all of her books up until, not this one, but I've read all of the other ones. I've loved it. My favorite is still Sky in the Deep. Absolutely love Sky in the Deep, and I cannot wait to read this book, dive into this story. I'm not sure if it's a standalone. I feel like this author does standalones really well, though I also loved her Fable duology. In general, just a really great writer, and I can't wait to dive into this. Also, something I really love is that her books tend to be a bit shorter. I think I can show you the difference with this one. This one is a bit, I mean, the book itself is also higher, but it's quite thin, and she's really versed, and she really does small stories well, if you know what I mean. So it's still one of the best stories I've ever read, and it's not like, it's not dense, it's not slow, it just has everything that you want, and that's also the same, hopefully, with this book. So I can't wait to read this one, and this is my mood read, because I'm always in the mood to read her books. I feel like I'm flying through this video. It's kind of a quick one. Also, I feel like I have not repeated myself too much with my other TBR, which should already be out. That's my Game of the Books TBR. If I can, I will link it. I'm not sure which side it is because I'm filming on a new camera. If I were to have the same kind of thing, I would say it's this side. I hope we're good. We'll see. In any case, we are moving on to the final book, and the final book and the final prompt is a portal fantasy, considering we are reading, or at least this readathon is about the Wayward Children series, and I think it's no surprise or not weird that I'm going to be reading Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shannon Maguire. This is the 7th book in the Wayward Children series, and the Wayward Children series follows different protagonists as they either go through to a new world. So the entire idea behind the Wayward Children series is that there is a door for everyone leading to a world that fits you like a glove. And in the first book we actually see what happens to children that come back from these worlds and no longer know what it feels like to be themselves, and then they go to a school for wayward children. In the 7th book, from what I've heard, we are going to another school and another way in which to treat these children that come back from worlds they don't want to leave but do for some type of reason. I am very curious to see what direction this book will go in, because I think most of the books in this series all follow characters that go to a different world and struggle with their own world and that kind of stuff, but this one we really focus on a different type of sort of thinking about these characters and thinking about these wayward children that come back from these worlds. And I'm in general just very curious to see what it will be like. Sasha loved it from what I've heard, so I can't wait for it. I think I will love it too. I have pre-ordered it, should be here in January, but considering it's the final prompt, I think it will be here by the time I actually get to it. Let's just hope I can actually, you know, read these books quickly. I'm super excited for all 5 of these, so I cannot wait to dive into them. So let me quickly show you the final stack. You could at least show the spines, Esmay, so they can see which books you're talking about. Sorry. Here we go. So I have these Violent Delights, Vespertine, The Prison Healer, and The Last Legacy, and then Where the Drowned Girls Go. I am so excited for these. I can't even tell you which one I'm excited about most. I kind of want to, like, I just finished my recent read, so I might just... Nah. Oh, I want to start reading. In any case, I hope that you have your TBR set as well. This is mine. I hope I can get it finished. We shall see. In any case, I'm super excited for this. We'll be hosting some sprints and having all kind of lovely stuff. I can't wait to read with all of you. And once again, if you haven't, please check out the readathon and join Team Lake. It's very easy. You can just slot in whenever you want. Come join me. Come join me on the watery side. In any case, if you are joining Team Lake, please put a turtle down below. I think that's the emoji that Sasha used on Discord. Otherwise, if you've watched up until this end, please just put a door down below. That'd be great. And yes, I want to thank you all so much for watching. This is the final video of the year. We're moving into 2022 in rapid speed, and I hope that 2022 will treat you well. I also hope that 2022 will treat me well. Honestly, 2021 was a pain, and I am happy it is over. Let's just transition into a new year. More happiness, more fun, more goodness. So I hope that you're all doing well. I want to thank you so much for watching, for all of the love and support this year. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. We are actually very, very close to 1K. I'm curious, maybe we can actually reach it before my birthday on the 11th. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!